So a Liberal MP from Newfoundland named Seamus ORegan made an announcement last night on Twitter. He wrote, "I've decided after consultation with family that I can be most effective as a member of parliament by adopting an alcohol-free lifestyle." I like that phrasing. Seamus used to be a journalist on CTV, so he's pretty good at spin. He went on to say this. He wrote, "To that end, over the holiday break, I have entered a wellness program." Oh, does that mean he's going away to a rehab clinic? Well, he wrote, "I will return to my duties as the Member of Parliament for St. John's South, Mount Pearl, prior to Parliament resuming in January." Okay, Parliament returns in 3 weeks, so let's wish Seamus ORegan well. It's tough to admit you're an alcoholic and tough to get help and tough to tell the world about it. You've got to respect a guy who's willing to change his life by wrestling with his demons. I sure hope he gets on top of things. He seems like a pretty determined fellow, so I predict he will. Another thing I predict, though, is that Conservatives will not hound him about his addictions the way leftists hounded Rob Ford, the former Toronto mayor, about his addictions. Like how the CBC sent Mary Walsh to Ford's own house to badger him in front of his family about alcohol and drug issues, or how the Toronto Star literally started paying thousands of dollars for any cell phone footage of Rob Ford drinking, even in private homes on his own time. Or how journalists interviewed other people in Ford's rehab clinic to get the dirt on him. Just unthinkable. Because Ford was a fat, populist conservative, and ORegan is a fashionable, sleek liberal. He's as media party as they come, a Trudeau mini-me. Reporters would never say a word against him. He's practically family. He was a reporter until short months ago, and we won't do it to him either. We're not going to hound him. We wish him well, but it would be journalistically corrupt if we didn't take a moment to reflect on how ORegan himself acted towards Rob Ford's addictions. In a word, ORegan was merciless. He was jubilant. Here, take a look at a few of ORegan's gratuitous attacks on Ford's problems. Rob Ford talking gibberish during late-night BC pub visit. I wonder if ORegan even had a flicker of guilt typing that, given that he himself is a drunk. Ford wasn't doing anything wrong there. He was having drinks at a bar. ORegan was merely mocking Ford's addiction. Or here's another one. ORegan is mocking Ford's, quote, drunken stupors. Again, how could ORegan write that with a straight face? It would be like me mocking someone for being fat or argumentative. Didn't he have a flicker of hypocrisy? ORegan didn't mind dragging Ford's family into things either. Take a look at this. Renata Ford. Haven't seen a political spouse look so pained since Silda Spitzer. Can't imagine what she's going through. Yeah, Seamus, we know you're motivated by your deep concern for her. It's got nothing to do with your political vendetta against her husband. No, you just care so much about her, don't you? Here's another one. ORegan even took shots at Ford for going to rehab. Seriously, for going for help. And here's another. Mocking Ford for saying that rehab actually saved his life. So yeah, I'm not going to mock ORegan for getting help. I'm not going to invade his family life. I'm not going to pay cash for videos of ORegan getting drunk in bars. I'm not going to go full media party on him. I hope he dries out and gets his life back on track. But neither am I going to pretend that he himself wasn't malicious and vicious towards his political opponents for being in the exact same situation that he's in now. Seamus ORegan was a disgrace towards Rob Ford, just like most journalists were. ORegan's disgrace is double, though, because he was probably typing those attacks on Ford for an addiction for which, until last night, he lacks Ford's courage to get help. For the Rebel.media, I'm Ezra Levant.